A white nationalist radio host named James Edwards has a show called The Political Cesspool, and he has some thoughts for us here on the election.
But I will tell you this, though. Talking about Hillary Clinton and radical feminism, should Hillary Clinton be president of the United States? Under God's law, a woman should not even have dominion over her household. There are natural roles and abilities that men and women have. Together,
that are God ordained,
and together they are complementary of one another, and together a man and a woman can raise a family.
They're not supposed to be competitive or competitors with one another.
Well, all of that's true, but I'm just saying, and I'm not saying the husband is the ruler of the house under God's law, and that's the law that I abide by. So, should Hillary Clinton have dominion over the country?
Over the house, the national house, so to speak.
There you go. Good, very good. Now, you say, well, let's get into this hypothetical thing. Would you take Ann Coulter as president over George Bush or Barack Obama? Well, of course I would take Ann Coulter over president, but at the same time, would this country be better, frankly, if women didn't even vote?
These guys are really intelligent, let me tell you. So first of all, I love God's law. We got to talk about God's law. And under God's law, women can't even have dominion over the house. You got to leave it up to us men because we're so bright. He goes on to bring that up. He kind of cuts himself off at one point, but he basically goes on to make the argument, like, you know how women are. They're all emotional and unintelligent. Right, whereas you, on the other hand, are a genius. I mean, I could hear from listening to you. Super high IQ, bro. Super high IQ. This reminds me of, like, it's the same thing with the white supremacists and white nationalists. And to be clear, this guy actually is a white nationalist. Where they're so convinced that white people are superior to all other races. But meanwhile, they are the living proof that indeed that is not true. Like, you have the goofballs in the fucking KKK wearing dresses and bibs and a costume, adults wearing costumes, fucking drooling on themselves, sipping beer, farting, saying all these stupid, unintellectual bullshit theories as they claim to be superior. Hey, jackass, you're living proof that you're not superior. The race obviously is not superior. It has people like you in it. So, but it's the same thing here. You know, men are so much better, and women can't even have dominion over the household. They can't get their shit together enough to do that. Whereas me, on the other hand, I got this shit here on lock. No, you don't. No, you don't. And also the talking about God's law. Just change the context, and every right-winger on the planet loses their shit. God's law. Allahu Akbar. Oh my God, it's creeping Sharia. When it's creeping Christian Sharia, they're like, no, I love that. That one's awesome. The other one, bad. No, they're both bad. And then understand something, and here's the point of me doing this story. Obviously, he's a loathsome human being saying women shouldn't vote, women can't vote, whatever, and no woman shouldn't lead the country. Dude, this guy is credentialed by Trump's campaign. So he's allowed to be the press that follows his campaign all around and ask questions and all that stuff. Now, on that alone, I wouldn't hold that against Trump, and I mean that because I believe in freedom of speech and I believe in freedom of the press to the point where if I was running for something, I don't give a fuck if you're a super far right outlet or super far left outlet. I don't give a fuck. You can cover my campaign. That's my take on it. That is not Trump's take on it. Here's the problem. Trump allows this guy and credentials this guy, but he does not credential the Daily Beast, the Washington Post, the Des Moines Register, Fusion, Univision, BuzzFeed, Politico, the National Review, and many, many others. Those are also other right-wing outlets and left-wing outlets and centrist establishment-y outlets, but they were all a little bit critical of Trump at one point or another because it's their fucking job in the media. And he's like, banished, gone. This is the guy who believes in the Constitution and free speech and free expression and freedom of the press? This is the guy who says that all the time? This is the guy who's supposed to be against the PC crowd? No, you're a right-wing social justice warrior. You ban people you don't like from your fucking press pool. You took away credentials from Politico and gave it to a white nationalist radio show who believed that women cannot lead a country and shouldn't be able to vote. That does say a lot about the Trump campaign.